Okay, so this is called a drop pouch. Basically, it folds up into a little pouch about that big. You pull the tab, it unfolds. It's made for dropping magazines, empty magazines, but I'm using it for something else, just to forage my old man's beard and my blackberry. Okay. First thing I want to discuss is medical kit. Now this is a little bit more robust than a normal medical kit. Typically, if you have a few people in your group, every 4 people, maybe 8 people, you want to have like maybe a backpack or something a little bigger like this that has some more gear, extra stuff that you wouldn't normally carry in an individual first aid kit. Now, an individual first aid kit, IFAK, you can look that up. There's some basic things you should have. I have a really good one that's not here. So I'm making one of these, or putting together something like this with a friend of mine who's a Navy corpsman, former Navy corpsman and special ops guy. So what I'm doing right here is just going to show you some of the basic things. Just some, so this is moleskin. It's really good for blisters. These boots were giving me blisters pretty bad when I was out here in the water a lot. I started wearing a second pair of socks and it solved the problem. There's also some other more bandages, abdominal bandages. This is just black athletic tape. You know, if you're going to use athletic tape to wrap an arm or splint or something like that, why would you want to use white if you're out in a tactical environment? So you can get the black stuff, no problem. It's just a splint. You could, it's really necessary. I mean, it's better than a stick, I'm sure, but in a wilderness environment, you know, you could get by with a stick if you had to. So in this little bag, I just have some, you know, Neosporin, triple antibiotic, Campho-Phenique. Something that people don't talk about very much, super glue. I worked in an emergency room for a while and they use it all the time. And you know, you can buy it at the drugstore for a few bucks. It's a lot, probably a few $100 less than they'll charge you in the ER. So it's great for stitching up wounds, cleaning up wounds, and keeping them closed. Okay, this is a syringe to flush wounds, things like that. I have another tourniquet, some more bandages. Here's a quick clot, good to stop, you know, real bad bleeding, arterial bleeding, and wounds, gunshot wounds, things like that. Then I have some band-aids, all different sizes of band-aids. I do have some painkillers in here. Another hemorrhage control, you know, trauma wound bandage. So basically, all your kind of standard stuff. There's definitely a lot more I could add to here. You know, I don't even have any shears in here. You know, like I said, my other kit's really good. This one's still incomplete, but we're working on it. Emergency blankets. A lot of times people go into shock. They lose a lot of, if they're bleeding or anything like that, they're going to lose a lot of body heat. So it's a really good idea to have an emergency blanket on hand. This is something I really like. I got this at a preparedness convention up in Utah. The man who made it, Dr. Patrick Jones, he's actually a veterinarian by trade, but he is also an herbalist, and he knows about, I mean, all kinds of great information about medicinal herbs. So just having a book like this in your cache, like, okay, this is red clover. It's all over outside on the trail. They mowed a couple days ago, so you can't find it anymore. It's all gone. But, you know, it's excellent to read about. You know, it's edible. There's it's got some medicinal uses as well. Kind of a calming thing. It helps for cough. Different things like that. So you could go through here and look at these different plants and figure out, okay, what do I need to make this, you know, make this ointment or make this poultice or whatever I'm going to do. So having something like this on hand is great. A lot of that information will be on my emergency survival chart. So there is a big section all about plants, and I don't know if I could find it very quickly. Okay, so you have sections like this that show you all the different plants for your areas. This one's actually for Texas, but a lot of this stuff is all over the place, so it's several states. Okay, so if you did not have a book like that, or didn't want to carry something like this around, this thing gets wet, it's no problem. Folds up, you could fit it. I mean, I have them stashed all over the place, obviously, so that's something I recommend. Now, like I said, Dr. Patrick Jones, awesome guy. Pretty funny too. So this is his snake bite kit that was basically designed. He's done so many snake bites on dogs and things that have been get bit by snakes up there in Idaho. He's used a lot of these. He's used them on people too, his kids and things like that, and it works. So there's actual plants you can eat. You can ingest the plant at the same time. You can chew it up, make it as a poultice, and put it on your wound, and it'll suck all the venom out. And it also will, the internal ingestion of the plant also works in your favor. So here's some vitamin sting tincture, echinacea, marshmallow, plantain. Plantain's the plant that I was talking about. Here's some more, plantain, yarrow, marshmallow, comfrey root, flaxseed. So anyway, and then it has the directions. It has actual wipes. It has little tinctures. It's got a hole. It's really a cool little kit. So I didn't want to use it on the little bites I had. I knew they were just chiggers, so it's very possible that this stuff would probably have worked on those, but that's not really worth wasting a cool little kit like this on some chigger bites. Okay, so I hope you like my medical section. It wasn't very much. I'm going to have a much better program in the future as far as medical stuff goes, but there is a very good medical section based on the Tactical Combat Casualty Care, which is a special operations medical course, and it's also useful to know all the natural remedies that are out there. So having an emergency survival chart where I kind of delineate what are the important plants in your area as best I can, I think, I don't see how it can hurt.